Hello friends, how are you? Welcome back. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the Lincoln 1 cent copper penny and uncovering some of the rarest and most valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Did you know that an ordinary-looking penny in your pocket could be worth hundreds, thousands, or even millions of dollars? In this video, we'll explore the history, unique features, and surprising value of three highly sought after Lincoln pennies: the 1981 D mint mark penny, the 1983 no mint mark penny, and the 1984 no mint mark penny. We'll reveal what makes these coins special, how to identify valuable varieties, and why collectors and investors are willing to pay huge sums for the right examples. From unusual color shades to rare minting characteristics, these pennies may hold secrets that most people overlook. So before you spend that old penny sitting in your drawer, make sure you watch until the end. You might be holding a small copper coin that's worth a fortune. Let's get started with our first coin. Welcome back to Fast Coins. Today we are diving deep into the fascinating story of the 1981 D Lincoln 1-cent penny, a coin that most people have seen but very few have truly examined. At first glance, it looks like nothing more than an ordinary penny. It may be sitting in a jar filled with spare change, hidden inside an old collection, tucked away in a drawer, or even lying forgotten in a dusty corner of a home. To most people, it is simply 1 cent. To coin collectors, however, it represents a piece of American history and a possible hidden treasure waiting to be discovered. Imagine finding an old penny that has been passed from hand to hand for decades. Its surface may be dirty. Its color may have darkened with age. The details may show signs of wear from years of circulation. Yet beneath that worn appearance is a remarkable story. Every coin carries history. Every scratch tells part of a journey. Every mark reflects a moment when that coin helped someone make a purchase, receive change, or save money for the future. This is what makes coin collecting such a fascinating hobby. The Lincoln cent has a long and celebrated history in the United States. Introduced in 1909, it became the first regularly circulating American coin to feature the portrait of a real historical figure. Abraham Lincoln's image quickly became familiar to millions of Americans. Through wars, economic challenges, technological advancements, and social change, the Lincoln penny remained a constant presence in everyday life. Generations grew up carrying these coins in their pockets without realizing the stories they contained. The year 1981 was a particularly interesting time in American coin history. The nation was experiencing economic change, and rising metal costs were becoming an important concern. The United States Mint faced increasing pressure to produce coins efficiently while controlling expenses. During this period, discussions about the future composition of the penny became more important than ever. As a result, coins from this era have gained special interest among collectors who study the evolution of American currency. The Denver Mint, identified by the D mint mark located beneath the date, produced vast numbers of Lincoln cents in 1981. Millions entered circulation and spread across the country. These coins traveled through grocery stores, gas stations, restaurants, shopping centers, and banks. They became part of everyday commerce, helping facilitate countless transactions. Few people paid attention to them at the time because they were simply ordinary pennies performing an ordinary function. Decades later, however, collectors began taking a closer look. As coin collecting grew in popularity, enthusiasts started examining Lincoln cents from different years and mints more carefully. They searched for unusual features, exceptional conditions, and rare varieties that might distinguish one coin from millions of others. This attention transformed seemingly common coins into objects of serious study and fascination. One reason collectors remain interested in the 1981 D Lincoln cent is the possibility of finding unusual examples. While most coins are common, rare errors and exceptional specimens occasionally emerge. Minting errors occur when something unexpected happens during production. A die may develop a defect. A strike may be misaligned. Certain details may appear unusual. These differences can create collector interest because they represent unique moments in the manufacturing process. The excitement surrounding error coins comes from their rarity. When collectors discover a coin that differs from standard examples, curiosity immediately increases. Questions arise. How was the coin produced? How many similar examples exist? Could this be a rare variety? The search for answers fuels the passion of collectors and keeps the hobby exciting year after year. Another fascinating aspect of the 1981 D penny is its connection to a period of transition. Shortly after this era, significant changes would affect penny production. Rising material costs encouraged the government to explore alternatives that could reduce manufacturing expenses. Coins from the early 1980s therefore represent an important chapter in the story of American money. They serve as reminders of the economic realities that shaped decisions at the United States Mint. Many people believe that valuable coins must appear bright and flawless. In reality, collector value depends on many factors. Condition is important, but rarity and demand often play even greater roles. A coin covered with dirt and wear may still attract attention if it possesses a rare characteristic. This is why experienced collectors inspect every coin carefully before dismissing it as ordinary. Stories of valuable pennies have inspired countless people to search through old collections. Families examine inherited coin albums. Children look through jars of spare change. Hobbyists purchase rolls of pennies from banks and inspect them one coin at a time. Most searches reveal common examples, but occasionally a surprising discovery emerges. These discoveries remind collectors that remarkable finds can still occur. The history of coin collecting is filled with stories of hidden treasures. Some coins spent decades unnoticed before their significance was recognized. Others remained forgotten in collections until experts examined them more closely. These stories continue to inspire collectors because they demonstrate that value can sometimes remain hidden in plain sight. Professional grading has become an important part of the modern coin market. Experts evaluate coins according to strict standards, examining every detail of the surface. A coin with strong original details and minimal wear often receives greater collector interest than heavily circulated. Examples: even small differences in grade can influence market value significantly. This attention to detail reflects the seriousness with which collectors approach their hobby. Every 1981 D Lincoln cent has a unique journey. One coin may have circulated only briefly before being saved by a collector. Another may have traveled across multiple states and passed through thousands of transactions. Some may have spent years forgotten inside containers before being rediscovered. These journeys give each coin its own character and connect modern collectors with the past. The Lincoln cent also represents more than money. It serves as a historical document. Each coin preserves information about design, technology, economics, and culture. By studying these coins, collectors gain insight into the era in which they were produced. This educational aspect is one reason coin collecting continues attracting people of all ages. As years pass, older coins naturally become more interesting. Some are lost forever. Others are damaged beyond recognition. The surviving examples become increasingly important as historical artifacts. Collectors understand this process and work to preserve coins for future generations. Their efforts ensure that important pieces of American history remain available for study and appreciation. The popularity of Lincoln cents shows no signs of disappearing. New collectors enter the hobby every year, inspired by stories of rare finds and historical discoveries. The 1981 D penny remains part of that ongoing fascination because it combines accessibility, history, and the possibility of uncovering something unusual. Even common examples can spark curiosity and encourage people to learn more about the world of numismatics. Many dramatic stories suggest that ordinary pennies can instantly create wealth. While truly exceptional coins can command impressive prices, actual value depends on rarity, condition, authentication, and collector demand. Nevertheless, the dream of discovery remains powerful. It encourages people to look more closely at the coins they encounter and appreciate the hidden stories those coins contain. Perhaps the greatest lesson of the 1981 D Lincoln penny is that history often hides in ordinary objects. A small coin worth only 1 cent in circulation can carry decades of stories within its surface. It can connect us with another era, reveal fascinating details about American history, and inspire curiosity about the past. Few objects combine history, mystery, and accessibility quite so effectively. Today, collectors around the world continue searching through old coins hoping to uncover something special. Some seek rare errors. Others pursue high-grade examples. Many simply enjoy the thrill of exploration and discovery. Whatever their motivation, they share a common appreciation for the stories preserved within these small pieces of metal. So before you spend your next old penny without a second glance, take a closer look. Examine the date, check the mint mark, study the details. You may not discover a rare treasure, but you will gain a greater appreciation for the history resting in the palm of your hand. Every coin has a story. Every collector begins with curiosity. And every great discovery starts with a closer look. Thank you for watching Fast Coins. If you enjoy exploring rare pennies, hidden treasures, and fascinating pieces of American history, stay tuned for more incredible coin stories. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and remember that the next remarkable discovery could be waiting in your pocket right now. Next up, welcome back to Fast Coins. Today, we are uncovering the mystery behind one of the most fascinating Lincoln cents ever discussed among coin collectors, the 1983 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. At first glance, this tiny copper-colored coin looks completely ordinary. Millions of people have held one in their hands without giving it a second thought. It may be sitting in an old piggy bank, hidden inside a forgotten coin jar, mixed with loose change in a kitchen drawer, or buried deep inside a collection that has not been examined for years. Yet for dedicated collectors, coins like these represent the possibility of discovering a hidden treasure where nobody expected to find one. Imagine finding a small penny covered with dirt and wear from decades of circulation. Most people would see only 1 cent. A collector sees a story waiting to be told. Every scratch, every mark, and every detail can reveal clues about where the coin has been and what makes it special. The excitement of coin collecting comes from the knowledge that even the smallest coin can hold historical significance. And, in rare circumstances, substantial collector value. The Lincoln penny occupies a special place in American history. Introduced in 1909 to honor Abraham Lincoln, it became one of the most recognizable coins ever produced in the United States. For generations, Americans carried Lincoln cents in their pockets, used them in everyday transactions, and saved them in jars and collections. These coins witnessed economic booms, recessions, technological revolutions, and countless historical events. Every Lincoln cent serves as a miniature time capsule connecting the present to the past. When we move forward to 1983, we arrive at a particularly interesting period in American coinage. The early 1980s were years of economic adjustment and change. Rising costs affected many aspects of manufacturing, including coin production. During this period, the United States Mint continued producing Lincoln cents in enormous quantities to meet public demand. Billions of pennies entered circulation, moving from city to city, state to state, and through the hands of millions of Americans. One detail that often attracts attention is the absence of a mint mark. For coins produced in Philadelphia during this era, no mint mark was standard. As a result, a 1983 penny without a mint mark was not unusual when it left the mint. However, collectors understand that value is not determined solely by a mint mark. Instead, value often comes from rarity, condition, unusual characteristics, collector demand, and historical significance. This is why some collectors carefully inspect every coin they encounter, even when the coin appears completely ordinary. The year 1983 is especially remembered among collectors because of certain unusual varieties and minting errors associated with Lincoln cents from that period. Minting errors have always fascinated collectors because they represent unexpected moments during the manufacturing process. A tiny mistake in production can create a coin that differs from millions of others. Sometimes these differences are obvious, while other times they require careful examination with magnification and experience. What makes error coins so exciting is their unpredictability. During production, dies strike coins at tremendous speed. When machinery experiences unusual conditions, unique results may occur. Collectors search for double details, off-center strikes, die cracks, and other unusual characteristics. The discovery of one of these rare varieties can transform an ordinary looking penny into a highly desirable collectible that attracts significant attention within the numismatic community. For many people, the dream of finding a valuable coin begins with a simple question. What if this old penny is worth more than 1 cent? That question has inspired countless searches through old collections. Families inherit coin jars from parents and grandparents. Children discover forgotten boxes in attics. Collectors purchase rolls of pennies from banks and spend hours examining them one by one. Most coins turn out to be common examples, but occasionally a discovery sparks excitement and reminds everyone why the search continues. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1983 Lincoln cent is its connection to a period of change in coin composition and production. Coins from this era reflect decisions made by the government to address manufacturing costs and economic realities. Because of these changes, collectors often pay close attention to pennies from the early 1980s. These coins represent more than currency, they are physical evidence of a significant chapter in American monetary history. A common misconception is that only shiny coins can be valuable. Experienced collectors know this is not always true. Some rare coins have survived in heavily circulated condition, accumulating years of wear while retaining important characteristics that make them desirable. Dirt, discoloration, and circulation marks may affect appearance, but they do not automatically eliminate collector interest. The true importance of a coin lies in its rarity, authenticity, and unique qualities. As stories about valuable pennies spread online and through collector communities, public interest continues to grow. People enjoy the possibility that a forgotten coin might possess hidden value. While sensational headlines often claim that ordinary pennies are worth fortunes, reality is usually more complex. Genuine value depends on careful evaluation, expert authentication, market demand, and condition. Nevertheless, rare discoveries do occur, and those discoveries keep the hobby exciting. The market for collectible coins is driven by passion as much as by money. Collectors compete to complete sets, acquire rare varieties, and preserve pieces of history. When a particularly unusual coin appears for sale, interest can become intense. Auctions often attract bidders from around the world who recognize the importance of exceptional pieces. The resulting competition can produce impressive prices that capture public attention and inspire new collectors to join the hobby. Every coin has a journey. A 1983 Lincoln cent may have traveled through countless transactions over 4 decades. It may have passed through grocery stores, gas stations, restaurants, banks, and vending machines. It may have crossed state lines, changed owners hundreds of times, and survived periods of heavy use. These journeys give ordinary coins a sense of character that collectors appreciate. Each surviving example carries a unique history that cannot be duplicated. The role of professional grading has also become increasingly important in determining value. Experts evaluate coins according to established standards, examining factors such as wear, luster, surface preservation, and strike quality. Even small differences in condition can significantly influence market value. A well-preserved example often commands greater attention than a heavily worn specimen because collectors appreciate quality and rarity together. For many collectors, the true reward is not financial. It is the excitement of discovery. The moment a collector finds an unusual coin is unforgettable. Hours of searching suddenly become worthwhile. The feeling of uncovering something rare, historical, or unexpected creates a sense of achievement that extends beyond monetary value. This excitement explains why coin collecting remains popular across generations. The 1983 Lincoln cent also demonstrates how everyday objects can become historical artifacts. Most people never imagine that a simple penny could become part of a collection or a subject of detailed study. Yet collectors understand that history often survives in ordinary items. Coins preserve information about design, technology, economics, and culture in a way few other objects can. As years pass, surviving examples become increasingly important to historians and collectors. Coins are lost, damaged, and discarded every day. The examples that remain help tell the story of the era in which they were produced. This gradual reduction in surviving specimens contributes to long-term collector interest and reinforces the importance of preservation. The United States government produced billions of Lincoln cents, but not every coin followed exactly the same path. Some remained in excellent condition. Others circulated heavily. A few developed unusual characteristics that attracted collector attention. These differences create the variety and excitement that define the hobby. Every collector hopes to discover one of those special coins hiding among ordinary examples. Today, the 1983 no-mint mark Lincoln cent continues to attract interest from collectors around the world. Most examples remain common, but the search for unusual varieties and exceptional specimens continues. This ongoing interest ensures that the coin remains an important part of discussions about modern American numismatics. It represents both history and possibility, two qualities that have always fascinated collectors. Perhaps the greatest lesson offered by this coin is that value can be hidden where people least expect it. A small penny may appear insignificant, yet it can connect us to decades of history and inspire curiosity about the past. Whether worth 1 cent or considerably more, every coin has a story worth exploring. The thrill comes from discovering that story and sharing it with others who appreciate the mysteries of coin collecting. So before you spend your next penny without a second glance, take a closer look. Examine the date, study the details, and appreciate the history resting in the palm of your hand. While most coins remain ordinary, the possibility of finding something extraordinary keeps collectors searching year after year. That possibility is what makes the world of coin collecting so fascinating. Thank you for watching Fast Coins. If you enjoy learning about rare pennies, hidden treasures, and the incredible stories behind America's coinage, stay tuned for more exciting episodes. Until next time, keep searching your change, keep exploring history. And remember that the next remarkable discovery could be waiting in your pocket right now. Next up, welcome back to Fast Coins. Today we have reached the final coin in our incredible journey through some of the most talked about Lincoln pennies ever discussed by collectors. This coin is the 1984 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. A small copper-colored coin that many people have seen, handled, and spent without ever realizing that certain examples have become highly sought after by collectors. At first glance, it appears to be nothing more than ordinary pocket change. It may be scratched, worn, dirty, stained from decades of circulation, or forgotten inside an old coin jar sitting on a shelf. Yet hidden behind its simple appearance is a fascinating story that continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. Imagine opening a dusty box that has not been touched in years. Inside are old letters, family photographs, and a handful of loose coins collected long ago. Most people would never think twice about those pennies. They would see only a few cents worth of copper-colored coins. A dedicated collector sees something completely different. A collector sees history. A collector sees mystery. A collector sees the possibility that one ordinary-looking coin might possess a unique characteristic that transforms it from everyday change into a remarkable collectible. The Lincoln cent is one of the most recognizable coins ever produced in the United States. Since its introduction in 1909, generations of Americans have carried Lincoln pennies in their pockets. These coins have traveled across cities, crossed state lines, and witnessed countless moments of history. They have been used to buy newspapers, candy, groceries, gasoline, and countless other items. Through economic booms, difficult recessions, technological revolutions, and changing times, the Lincoln cent remained a familiar part of daily life. By 1984, the Lincoln penny had already become an American icon. Billions of cents were produced each year to satisfy the nation's demand for small change. The no-mint mark version of the 1984 penny was produced in Philadelphia, where coins traditionally carried no mint mark during that period. Millions of these pennies entered circulation, and most were used heavily in everyday commerce. They passed through cash registers, banks, vending machines, and the hands of ordinary citizens. Decades later, many remain hidden in collections and coin jars, waiting to be rediscovered. What makes the 1984 penny so fascinating is not simply its age or appearance. It is the possibility that among the countless ordinary examples, a few unusual pieces may exist with characteristics that attract serious collector attention. This possibility fuels the excitement of coin collecting. Every collector understands that extraordinary discoveries sometimes begin with the most ordinary objects. A coin that appears completely common can reveal surprising details when examined carefully. One of the reasons collectors study coins from the 1980s so closely is because this period represented an important chapter in American coin production. Rising manufacturing costs forced changes in how cents were made. Economic conditions influenced decisions about materials, production methods, and mint operations. Coins from this era provide a fascinating glimpse into the challenges faced by the government as it worked to maintain the nation's coinage system. Each penny serves as a small piece of economic history preserved in metal. Many people assume that a valuable coin must look perfect. The reality is often more complicated. A dirty coin can still attract collector interest if it possesses rare characteristics. Years of circulation may leave marks, scratches, and discoloration. But these signs of use do not automatically eliminate a coin's significance. Experienced collectors understand that rarity and authenticity are often more important than appearance alone. This is why even heavily circulated pennies receive careful examination from those who know what to look for. The world of coin collecting is filled with stories of surprising discoveries. A coin found in loose change. A forgotten collection inherited from a family member. A penny hidden inside an old jar for decades. These stories inspire collectors because they demonstrate that valuable finds are sometimes hiding in plain sight. Every coin carries the possibility of revealing something unexpected. That sense of mystery is one of the reasons the hobby continues to attract new enthusiasts year after year. Among collectors, minting errors often generate the greatest excitement. During production, coins are struck at extremely high speeds using powerful machinery. Occasionally, something unusual occurs. A die may develop an imperfection. A design element may appear doubled. A strike may occur slightly off-center. These unusual events can create coins that differ from ordinary examples. When collectors discover such varieties, interest often increases dramatically because these pieces represent rare moments in the minting process. The 1984 Lincoln cent has gained attention because collectors carefully study examples from this year searching for unusual varieties and distinctive characteristics. While the vast majority of coins remain common, the search itself has become part of the excitement. Every collector dreams of finding a remarkable coin that others overlooked. This dream keeps people examining rolls of pennies, searching old collections, and exploring forgotten containers of change. The history of the Lincoln penny is also the history of the American people. These coins circulated through communities large and small. They accompanied workers on their daily routines. They traveled in the pockets of students, business owners, travelers, and families. Every mark on a circulated coin reflects a journey through time. Unlike many historical artifacts displayed behind glass in museums, coins remain accessible to ordinary people. Anyone can hold them, study them, and appreciate the stories they tell. As decades pass, surviving coins become increasingly interesting to collectors and historians. Coins are constantly lost, damaged, discarded, and removed from circulation. The remaining examples become witnesses to the era in which they were produced. This gradual reduction in surviving specimens contributes to the historical importance of older coins and encourages collectors to preserve them for future generations. Professional grading has added another dimension to modern coin collecting. Experts carefully evaluate coins according to established standards, examining every detail of the surface. Small differences in condition can significantly influence collector demand. Coins with strong details, attractive surfaces, and minimal wear often receive greater attention because they represent exceptional preservation. This careful evaluation process helps establish confidence within the marketplace and allows collectors to compare coins more accurately. The excitement surrounding potentially valuable pennies often leads to dramatic stories and headlines. People love the idea that an ordinary coin might possess extraordinary value. While truly rare and valuable coins do exist, actual market prices depend on factors such as rarity, condition, authenticity, and collector demand. Nevertheless, the possibility of discovering something special continues to inspire treasure hunters across the country. That possibility is powerful enough to transform a simple penny into an object of fascination. Collectors often describe the hobby as a treasure hunt that never ends. Every handful of coins presents new possibilities. Every old collection contains unanswered questions. Every penny has the potential to reveal a story that has remained hidden for decades. This sense of adventure keeps collectors engaged and ensures that the search continues from one generation to the next. The 1984 no-mint mark Lincoln cent reminds us that value can exist in many forms. Monetary value is only one aspect of collecting. Historical value, educational value, and personal value are equally important. A coin can connect us to a specific moment in history, teach us about economic change, and inspire curiosity about the world around us. These qualities make coin collecting far more than a search for profit. It becomes a journey through history itself. Today, collectors continue searching for exceptional examples of Lincoln cents from every era. The 1984 penny remains part of that ongoing story. Whether discovered in circulation, inherited from a relative, or found in a long-forgotten collection, each coin offers an opportunity to learn something new. Even common examples serve as reminders of the remarkable journey undertaken by America's most familiar coin. Perhaps the greatest lesson of all is that history often hides in unexpected places. A small copper-colored penny may seem insignificant, yet it can carry decades of stories within its worn surface. It may have traveled thousands of miles, passed through countless hands, and witnessed moments that have long since faded into memory. Every coin represents a connection to the past, and every collector becomes a guardian of that connection. So before you spend your next Lincoln penny without a second glance, take a closer look. Examine the details, study the date, appreciate the craftsmanship and history contained within that tiny piece of metal. Most coins may remain ordinary, but every collector knows that remarkable discoveries can happen when least expected. The search for hidden treasures continues because possibility itself is exciting. As we conclude our journey through these fascinating Lincoln pennies, remember that coin collecting is ultimately about curiosity, knowledge, and discovery. It is about seeing history where others see only spare change. It is about preserving stories that might otherwise be forgotten. And it is about the thrill of wondering what hidden treasure might be waiting in the very next coin you examine. Thank you for joining Fast Coins for this special exploration of the 1984 no mint mark Lincoln penny. If you enjoyed this story, continue searching your change, exploring old collections, and learning about the incredible history hidden inside America's coins. Until next time, keep collecting, keep discovering, and remember that the next great find could be closer than you think. See you in the next video.